Dear Diary, this is part 5 of our DELFINO falsely arresting Christopher Brodar. Call me Brodar. That's fine. We're talking about how my lawyers keep fucking me over in all my cases. I have 5 criminal trials pending. Still people are like, oh, you solipsistic, you think you're so special. Well, do you have 4? You don't even have 2. So I'm not only 100% more special than you, I'm 500% more special than you. And that's just one example. I got plenty more. So fuck you. You still judge me. Every day people judge me. And they're wrong every fucking time. And it really wears thin. This is still recording. I can't even tell. Is this? The GarageBand is so poorly designed. Because the camera's going, but I can't see if there's sound waves. Fucking piece of shit. Are there sound waves? Sorry about that. You, the poor listener. These diaries should be a lot tighter. I'm sorry. I still have a lot more work to do tonight, too. But I have to go to bed. My brain's crashing. So you got that? My lawyer could just have the witness call up the DA, and if the DA hears that witness on the voicemail and goes, this case is a fucking abortion. We don't have a fucking prayer. We got nothing except for this lying cunt. Every other piece of evidence is against this. Fuck, we're fuck out of luck. Even if they think I'm guilty, they got no case, they're going to drop the charges. But my lawyer won't do that. She keeps sabotaging my case like all lawyers in legal aid and 18Bs all do it. That's why innocent men go to jail every day. It's not because the DA and the jury make mistakes or the NYPD is really good at framing people. It's because all of these innocent men have no legal representation. And that's a very serious crime. That in fact goes back to that takes us back to the 1100s, before the Magna Carta. Before they had the idea of due process, that somebody should be allowed to defend themselves. Right? The legal aid system has stopped almost every innocent man from being able to have any defense of any kind. You're not allowed to speak in your own defense. It's fucking outrageous how lawless this system is. Our legal system is beyond corrupt. It's a parody of fucking super corruption. I can't believe my life. Remember, this isn't even... for most people, this would be the worst part of their life. This is fucking chump change to me. This is what I've been dealing with for 22 years. Every year? Oh my God. And this isn't even in the fucking top 500 catastrophes of my life. All these fake arrests and them stealing my money and them putting me in jail, physically torturing me. Not even in the top fucking 500. Maybe not even in the top couple thousand. The judge is a psycho bitch. She, this is an example of how corrupt and dirty they are. This is, again, unfathomable. This is unfathomable. I still can't believe it happened, and I fucking went through it. One day I had my shitty friend Tom Lev come down to court with me. She thought I was exaggerating. You'll find that out a lot. People always think I'm exaggerating, and then they always find out I wasn't even slightly exaggerating, and then the next time they think I'm exaggerating, because humans can't learn from the past. Tom Lev, my shitty friend from Israel, I asked her if she would come to court with me one day as my bodyguard. I said, you'd be surprised how often I go to court for a routine court date. Should take 10 minutes, and then they throw me in jail for 30 days illegally. So I might need you to pass off my bag to, or whatever. And that night, we were supposed to go. She was going to take me as a gift because I spent my birthday in jail because of DELFINO. Oh, no, I spent my birthday in jail because of Adam Lisberg. That was the final arrest of 2010. The Daily News reporter then does the same trick everyone else does. You make up shit about me to get me arrested on a harassment charge. Because remember, if I'm innocent, I will not be allowed to even prove that for 2.5 years. That's the catch. So they get a restraining order that is a deadly weapon for 2.5 years. And they get to hold my bail money, knowing that financially hurts me, for 2.5 years. It's a dirty, dirty, dirty game. And that's why the newspapers refuse to report it. Left-wing papers refuse to report it. Right-wing papers refuse to tell you the truth because you are being fucking scammed and can't see it. So I spent my birthday in jail last year. Why doesn't that sound surprising? And it was bad because my friend was going to take me to see The Wall, I think. Roger Waters was doing a version of The Wall at Madison Square Garden. Crazy. I can't afford shows like that. Huge visual spectacle, once-in-a-lifetime event. I couldn't go. I was in jail on my birthday because of Adam Lisberg. That fucking asshole Nazi is going to fucking pay. But, so this was like a week later or something. And I asked, we were going to go to the show that night. She got new tickets to take me to the show again to make it up for me spending my birthday in jail. Very nice of her. Thank you, Tom. Wonderful. Of course, sadly, I wouldn't have been arrested if Tom Lev had listened to me earlier. She had, when Delfino originally sent it, the very first time Delfino sent me to get detectives after me, and there was a restraining order against me, Tom Lev performed in the same show as Delfino on the same stage, and she refused to say anything. I said to her, all I want you to do is when you get on stage, just say, hey, everybody, just thought you might find this interesting. Jessica Delfino sent detectives to Sidewalk Cafe to arrest touching you. That's all she had to say. And Delfino would have been embarrassed, and everyone would have said, is that true, Jessica? And she would have had to call off the arrest to save face. My friend, one of my best friends, Tom Lev, said, and she came up with a whole bunch of lies. She's like, we don't know it's Jessica. You don't know what the cops went there for. And I said, we know it's Jessica because of this and this. And I said, she already did this to me 2 months ago. So you can't pretend, remember we're jumped back in time like 6 months or whatever. Tom refused to stick up for me ever because she's non-confrontational. She's a selfish, I hate to say a selfish Jew, but she is a selfish Israeli. And would not say one word, just reporting the truth. And it's no joke, that one refusal was enough to put me in jail. You could change the world with one sentence. And my friend refused to say a single word in my defense. So she kept secret that Jessica was doing something evil. And that enabled Jessica to keep doing this shit. I could tell you hundreds of stories that Tom Lev did, just related to these arrests. You wouldn't believe. Because remember, they do shit like they'll take my bag at the precinct, and then they'll hold it. But then, when I get out of jail, I go to the precinct. I need my house keys, my bicycle key. I need my money. I need my fucking ID. I need my food stamps card. I need all this shit. Whatever. Everything I have is in that bag. Because I'm kind of homeless because Delfino kind of lost me my home and my life savings and everything 2 years previously and still doing this new things every year to end my entire life. And I went to the precinct. They said, no problem, you got your receipt. And then I get to the precinct, and of course, the cops always fuck you. I get there and they're like, you need to have ID. I'm like, I have the pink slip. They're like, well, that doesn't prove that you are who you say. I was like, how about this? Hit Google on your computer right there. Type in my name, and you're going to see that my face and my name sure match the guy standing here. And then I said, my ID's in the bag. Like, well, we're not allowed to open the bag. I'm like, so my ID, so I can get my bag, is in the bag, because I couldn't take my ID with me to jail. That's too risky. You don't know what these fucking assholes do when you go to jail. They lose your shit. They steal your shit. So I left it in the bag, everything in the precinct, because the detective was pretty nice that time. That was a different case. That was the first Delfino arrest. Or was that the Lisberg arrest? So Tom fucked me on that too. But I couldn't get this should give you an example of how shitty the NYPD is. They would not let me get my bag, my property. I couldn't have a bike. I can't afford subways. What am I supposed to do? Walk everywhere? I don't have 15 extra hours a week to walk fucking 2 miles to work. What the fuck are you people talking about? I need my bike. It's my legs. I ride my bike 365 days a year. Rain, snow, I ride the bike. I don't have time or money for fucking subways or any of that shit. Walking is for people with way too much free time. I've digressed. But that's a shocker example of just the endless... Remember, I leave out 99% of the details of all the fucking crazy bullshit they do to you. To say that you can't get your bag, even though they told me all I needed was the receipt. But then when you go back, they change their story. Always. That's the way of always saying, listen, you don't want to mess with us. We're the biggest mob in history. So you better fucking never, ever upset a cop. And It took me days to get my shit out. I mean, I had to fucking go. I went down to the precinct in the fucking rain. I borrowed Tom Lev's bike in the rain without an umbrella and got soaked to the bone. Underwear, socks, everything. Because I had that small window of opportunity to get my shit. And then they blew me off. The story is even more. Every story I have, I'm still leaving out 90% of the shocking details of just this anecdote about trying to get my fucking bag with my ID and my money and my card in it. My keys and all that stuff, all this critical stuff I needed, and just to survive. And went to the precinct, and they said, "No, you're tough. You're out of luck." And that was it. Out of luck. I don't have a right to my stuff, even though I have the receipt. Even though they could just Google me and say, "You do look a lot like Christopher X. Brodeur." And so then I had to call and reach the detective who arrested me. Oh, no, it was a detective who didn't arrest me, but I was in jail for so long I kept making fun of him, and they all loved me because I was real funny and smart. Cops always love me. They always say I'm real funny. And check out this. So I called the detective. I remembered his name. And even though he wasn't arresting me, but I overheard, I'm a very good listener, and I overheard his name. And I try to get all their names for my diaries and stuff because of lawsuits and everything else like that. You want to have as much information as possible and document that shit. And so I called the precinct up, asked for him by name, and he said, "Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, you were pretty funny, even though you made fun of me a lot." And he said, "Yeah, I'll help you get your shit." He's like, "Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Your ID's in the bag." Yeah. He's like, I can vouch for you. He said, "But you got to come down the next half hour because I'm leaving for the day." And so that was the time I ran down the rain. I borrowed Tom Lev's bike. Now, again, no human has ever had a life remotely like mine. You don't think so? Watch this. I was lucky that I had a place to stay. I was staying with a friend in the East Village. But I didn't have keys. My keys to his place were in the bag at the precinct. Okay? I was lucky my friend could buzz me in when I got out of jail. Late, because you always get out of jail at 2 a.m. So, and they have your keys in the precinct. So it's another way to fuck you. Because if you have to go home and you don't have a roommate or whatever, you can't get into your apartment. Ha ha, you got fucked by the NYPD. Again. So, I mean, again, my life would have your head spinning. So I couldn't even leave my apartment to go to the precinct, or the apartment I was staying in, to go to the precinct to get the keys, because I couldn't actually lock the apartment door without the key. So there I am, trapped. And if something goes wrong, I can't get back in the apartment. I'm going to be wandering the streets with no money, no nothing, because my friend is at work. The detective says, "You got half an hour to get down here." So here's good luck. My friend Tom Lev lives 2 blocks away, and I asked her, "Can I borrow your bike, and can you come here and house sit for a second for 15 minutes while I race down to the Chinatown precinct and get the keys and all my stuff and my money and things like that, and then I'll be right back." And she says, "Okay, but I have an important meeting at 5 p.m. or whatever, so you have to get back here." I was like, "Yes." He says, "Come down to the precinct and ask me." I raced down to the precinct in the rain because I had no choice. I got a fucking 10-minute window of opportunity here, and I got to take it because it took her a few minutes to get the fuck over there. She took her sweet-ass time. And then I raced down there in the fucking pouring rain. One of the most horrible, unbelievable. Remember, you ride a bicycle in the rain, the water from the dirty roads shoots up and smashes you in the face. The faster you bike, the more dirty water hits you in the face. So you wouldn't overlook that little detail that is agonizing, right? When you're being hit in the face for 10 minutes solid of dirty water from the streets of New York City, it's worse than it sounds. And I get to the precinct, and I still can't believe it. I get to the precinct, the desk person says, "Yeah, Detective what's-his-name's not in today." I'm like, "I just spoke to him on the phone 10 minutes ago." It's like, "Yeah, no, he's not here. He's not in today." I said, "I just spoke to him 10 minutes. Can you please just call upstairs to the detective squad and ask if he's here? Please, it's some mistake or something, you know." But I spoke to him. And he's like, no. And no, he pretends to call up. He's like, "Yeah, no, he's not here today." Like, that can't be. Because I know the detective was a pretty good guy. and he liked me, so he wasn't playing a trick on me. And so then they're fucking with me. The desk guy is a fucking asshole. He's like, you better get the fuck out of this precinct now, or I'm gonna fucking arrest you. Real assholes. I already told you there's no detective here. Get lost. I don't know if you recognize me or what, but he was a fucking dickhead. And so now I've raced in the fucking rain. I still have no money, no keys to the house, nothing. I'm fucking fucked. Oh wait, this is something that would shock you. Again, when I leave out 99% of the facts, you could never in a trillion years guess the facts. Now, I'm staying in part of the apartment of my friend, and I have keys. I can't lock the apartment to go out, come in. I can't go out to get food, so that means I can't eat. But wait, there's more. The bathroom is in the other half of the apartment, and I can't get to that without the house keys to the other door. So I'm lucky that I'm not homeless at the time. I've got a place to stay. I just don't have access to water, food, or a bathroom. That's no big deal. I mean, how often do you have to use a bathroom? That's a pretty big deal, not being able to use a bathroom. So I need those keys. I go to the precinct, and after the detective says, you got to come down here right now, because I'm leaving in half an hour. I leave at 5:30 or whatever. He said 4:30, 3:30, I forget. And I raced down there, and I got there in plenty of time, and they said it wasn't there. I then call my friend from a payphone, Tom Lev, who's back at the apartment. I'm borrowing her bike for a second, and I say, this is a fucking catastrophe. Can you call the precinct up right now? Here's the number. And when you're going to get the desk cop and ask to speak with the detective squad. If the guy says, don't ask for the detective, whatever his name was, don't ask for him, because this asshole might think it was me. Or he's going to say, oh, all these people are trying to reach this guy right now, and I told him he's not. Like, the cop would know. It was like me trying to reach again. So I said, ask the detective squad. Wait until you get the detective squad before you ask for that detective, because I know he's there. And she's like, I can't do that. I'm like, I'm in the fucking rain. I'm getting fucking rained on. I'm covered in mud. I can't fucking piss. I can't fucking eat. I can't do anything. And you can't make sure, I don't want to go to jail for lying to the police. It's like, what? The worst case scenario is you'd have to tell them, I just want to report a crime. And she wouldn't. And it wasn't because she was honest. She lies anytime she wants. It was because she was psychotic. It's like, they're not going to fucking arrest you. They're not going to know who you fucking are. But she thought I was exaggerating. If I could, I'd murder every person who says I exaggerate, because their stupidity ruined every inch of my life, every day of my life, every second of my life. Remember, it's 4:57, and I'm sitting on a marble floor in a fucking empty courthouse. I haven't been able to eat since 5 or 4 p.m. I'm not going to get to eat for another 8 hours or something. I'm leaving out all the other details. There's too many. You still think I exaggerate. You still fucking think I exaggerate. No big deal. Not having access to a bathroom for 10 hours is not a big deal. But Tom Lev fucking completely fucked me over. My friend, one of my best friends, fucked me over again. It's like the 100th time she'd fucked me over. Nice guys finish where? And she was never punished. All the bad shit she did to me, and she was never punished. Disgusting humans. Oh shit, I want to try and wrap this up, don't I? Oh, but I've really digressed. Wait, this is almost got, oh my god, I don't want to make this 20 minutes long. Fuck. Shit. End of part 5?